Morning, Mount Olive Church, friends of Mount Olive Church. Andrew Short here with you today. Happy Saturday to you. Hopefully, you're having a good start to your weekend. If you're a teacher, hopefully you're having a good start to your summer. Let me share your screen here, my screen here, real quick. So again, hope you had a good week this week and a good start to your weekend. I'm going to do a quick devotion here this morning on Pastor TJ's message from last Sunday. Appreciate Brother Matt filling in there last week for me. I'm going to do just a quick devotion here on perfect strength. Not exactly what I guess the world would think of perfect strength, but this kind of a little small thought just hit me this morning. But 2 Corinthians 12:9 will go there first, and this is kind of a couple of other guys that went here too. But this was the main key verse, the main theme verse from Pastor TJ's message. Says verse 9 says, "And he said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee. For my strength is made perfect in weakness." I love that. Not my strength is made perfect when you're at your best, or my strength is made perfect when you're checking every box, or my strength is made perfect when you're doing no wrong, because he knew that would never work, would it? My strength, Jesus says, is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, Paul says, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. I'm going to go just real quick. This was kind of the thought I had. We'll talk about a fortress here in just a second, but Psalms 18 is kind of where my mind went. Verse 1, I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. So, my thought was in strength and perfect strength, and talking about, his grace being sufficient for us. It's nothing that we do. My kind of thought was, I guess the thought that God gave me was that, if I'm inside this big fortress, I had this mental image of a fortress that the walls are, 3 miles thick. I mean, let's go overboard a little bit, right? And, 100 miles around, and, 100 or, 50 miles high. Let's go crazy here. If I'm inside this fortress, I'm safe and I'm protected, and it's not about me. It's about the fortress, isn't it? It doesn't matter if I'm the very weakest infant baby inside that fortress or the strongest man. I am the exact same amount of protected, of safe. The fortress is what's sufficient for me, right? All those people inside those walls need is that fortress. It doesn't matter whether they're weak or strong. The very weakest one is just as protected, is just as safe, is just as cared for as the strongest one. Again, not because of them, but because of the fortress. And isn't that to me, that's kind of what this is saying. My grace is sufficient for thee. It's about his grace. It's not about my mistakes. It's not about how good I am on the other side. It's about him, right? It's about his grace. His grace is the fortress. His grace is this great, strong tower that is all I need. He doesn't need me. I need him, right? Every single second of every single day. And so that's where my mind went. Just a quick reminder, if nothing else this morning, that we're not good enough. I'm not good enough in myself, but with him, I am, because of him. The people inside this fortress are safe because of the fortress, not because of themselves. I am safe. I am who I am because of my fortress of Jesus. And so I needed that reminder this week. Kind of a quote from Sunday. I just want to end with this here. I love this from Pastor TJ talking about, again, perfect strength. Just because you are broken doesn't mean you aren't still in the hands of the potter. Maybe somebody needs that today. Just because you're broken doesn't mean you aren't still in the hands of the potter. The potter can mold that and make that safe and protect it inside his fortress just as good as he can. Someone who maybe looks like has it all together. So just that reminder this morning that we are protected. We are who he says we are, and he loves us, and he always will. And so hopefully you got something out of that this morning. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Hopefully you'll join us tomorrow for Sunday morning service at 11. And we love you guys. Hope to see you then. Have a good day.